Hi there, I want to show you today a feature which a lot of people tend to avoid or don't always use. It's a great feature, it's called multi-pad control. Now the multi-pad control area allows us to add something to enhance our playing. We've got 4 choices and there is a selection of types of genres of music that we can add an extra effect to our playing. Now then, if we go to the select button just here, this allows us to see on the screen pages and pages and pages, in fact 19 pages, 190 choices of the multi-pads that we can select. And what they do is they add something musical to what we're playing. If I give you a few examples, if I go to page 17 of these multi-pads, we've got one that's called drum endings. Now some of my customers like to do the raffle at their local bingo hall, and when the raffle is drawn they press number 1 and it gives us a drum roll and it's all done ready to play. We've got other uses. We've got a round of applause. If we go to the ambience on page 19, we can choose button number 1 and it gives us a round of applause. We can even have rapturous applause. So one of our club members who plays out sometimes puts that on at the end of some of his songs to get people to be encouraged to clap him. So we have various uses. These are sort of fun uses. Some better uses would be, there's a nice Christmas one called Xmas Loops. And if we go to page 9 of the choice, we've got Xmas Loops, and it says what it does what it says. It loops round an effect. So when we're playing with our chords and our accompaniments, we can choose one of these buttons and it adds that little arpeggio in the background. If I press number 4, look, we've got the classic sleigh bells. And these will work at the same time, so I could press number 3 as well. We'll get some more jangling. Number 1. So they're all additional features that can be added to your playing to give us a bigger, better sound, okay? Let me give you some more suggestions then. If we go to page number 2, we've got some count-ins, and we can actually use the 4 buttons as 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'll give us an introduction to the song we're going to play. If we go to using them with our rhythm section, let's give you some examples of that. If I go to the 70s pop duo one here, look, 70s pop duo, and we start it off. Now I'm going to select, to go with that, one called one of the multi-pads called 60s pop vocal. It's a great one. This adds in some vocal baps to what we're playing. So if we play now, put number 1 on, and it comes through and it changes. We've got this nice accompaniment that joins in with our rhythm section. So essentially there's 2 styles, 2 types of multi-pads. Some of them just play once and just stop, and you'll get to learn the ones that carry on and add to your accompaniment a really nice backing. I'll give you some other suggestions. Let's try the Latin section. We'll go into the Brazilian samba, nice accompaniment. Okay, now if I go to the select button and I choose Latin vocal effects on page 2, this will add some sort of Latin vocal effects. So when I play my chord now, there's my accompaniment. Can you hear that playing? And we can add some more too. So they're there to enhance your rhythm section and make it sound a lot fuller. Here's another one I've got to show you. This is quite effective too. If we go into the select button and select page 4, we've got one called Steel Bees Good Chord Fast. And again, if I start this one off without my rhythm playing, my accompaniment section. Great for Postman Pat. So we've got these different accompaniments that come in, and they're independently very, very effective and they give you a nice way to sound without having the full rhythm section playing. Now there's a few things I want to explain. For a start, if they're annoying you or they're playing for too long, we can just press the stop button, and that stops the individual multipad from continuing all the way through a song. We can also set a thing called synchro. Now what we can do is, we've got the synchro start that Chris has shown you on one of the videos for starting your rhythm section off really neatly. It's quite nice to have the multipad start at the right time too. So if we're going to start with one of the backings, we'll use the Carpenter's one. If I go select and touch the one I want to start together, that then synchronises the start of the multipad for when I choose synchro start. And now when I start, it all starts at the same time. So by holding the select button and pressing the one I want to come in, that will start when I play my chord, just in the same way that the synchro start button starts the style the moment you play your chord. So a really good feature that. Something else to remember, of course, is when we're using the registration memories and we're storing in our best settings, if you want to attach a multipad choice, you've got to make sure when you press the memory button that the tick box includes multipad. And we just move down to the multipad choice and make sure that the tick bottom of number 8 turns it off, top turns it on. And if that's ticked, that means whenever you store your future settings in the registration memory, it will remember the multipads that you selected too. Okay, so a few things to try here. I think you should go through and get used to some of the multipads, see the ones that can continue and track your chords and follow you. Try going into the main screen, turning the style down, using them on their own, because some of them are great just as a very simple backing on their own, and have some fun with them. And something else to remember here, the OTS link button that many of you use to give you sound suggestions, when we turn this on, every time the A, B, C and D are selected, we automatically get the one touch setting voices coming at the same time. This works the same for the multipad. So whenever we select a style, if I was to go to swing and jazz and I was to select, let's have a look, modern big band shuffle, when I go into the select button now, it's chosen me the doo-wop 2 backing. If I go to a different style, if I go to big band jazz and I choose select, it's gone to the brush kits. So it automatically selects the multipad selection that Yamaha think will work well with that style. So it's going to do a lot of the work for you if you want it to. If you use the one touch setting feature, that will also find you a good multipad. But if you want to make sure that you have your own, you could either turn this off or you could go back in and select your own version, and then you can store them safely. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below.